Hello, Christy DiVigili here. So I emailed you guys last night, and I emailed all of you, including the superintendent, so I don't know that I need to repeat all of what's in my email. However, I do feel that I want to touch on just a few things. One is public trust. Obviously, that's been talked about a lot today. It's really hard to have trust in a board that makes it very difficult to find things, to get answers to questions. You've made it very hard for us to believe you when you say that you value our input, considering a majority of these meetings that they take place during business hours, and they take place in the middle, well, not just in the middle of the day, but in the morning as well. Like even at a time that it would be unreasonable to ask the average everyday working person to come maybe on their lunch. But even then, you know you're gonna have to take half of your day off because these meetings are never short. So that's an unrealistic expectation that you're asking of the public, number one. Number two, your YouTube channel.
So, Mr. Vigeli, excuse me, so this is a briefing. You can only address what's on the agenda.
It has to do with the superintendent search, right?
Yes.
Yes, and this has to do with the superintendent
search. Has to do with the search firm, which is what the board was talking about today.
I would love my time back because I'm having a conversation with Ms. Bruno here, and this is not part of my public comment. So you could just back that up like a whole 30 seconds, please. I would really appreciate it. But it is. I'm coming around to it. I promise. I'm not just going to go on. I'm not going off on the rails here. I have a point to make, and it has to do with the search firms. So I'm still waiting for that 30 seconds. Are you going to bring the clock back, or are you going? There we go. No? I just went from 1 minute and 37 seconds to 45 minutes. You don't want me to talk for that long. I don't want to talk for that long. I'm just going to start talking, and you guys can kind of figure that out. So anyway, what I was saying was, we want transparency from you, not just from you guys personally, but in this whole process. That has to do with, yes, the way that you conduct the search. It has to do with your YouTube channel and the fact no public comment is allowed. It has to do with the superintendent search, the website. That is probably the most transparent part of this entire process that we've seen so far. The candidate search that you guys are doing, we were just talking about today, you can't decide from two people, from two firms, when one of the firms drops out. That's no longer a decision between two firms. It's now, do we decide on this one firm, or do we go back and we interview all firms? That's the decision here. Do you care about what we have to say? If you do, then act accordingly. Don't just sit up there and say, have a 4-3 vote. Again, that's no, even though you've heard the public. So please take into consideration what we have to say. Please. Like, I don't think it's too much to ask of you guys. Thank you.